Hey, Sandcar Buy Sell Crew, Conrad coming at you with a Monday classified ad review. This Desert Dynamics Buggyworks was posted by Sandcar Buy Sell crew member Chris Johnson. And before we get into this car, I want to do something here because I'll pretend like I edited this. Are you ready? And I'll do some sound effects. Right? Because I'm not editing these. I'm just posting these because these are fun. You ready? Here's the next one. Yes, as you can see, I'm requesting that you subscribe to our channel. We're trying to get to 100 members currently. I think we're at 68. So we're very close. Please subscribe. That's going to unlock some features to me. That's going to allow me to bring you some more content. That's going to be pretty fantastic. In fact, I'm going to be filming this Friday and Saturday offsite, off the dunes. I'm not going to tell you what it is, but I think you're really going to like what we've come up with and what we put together for you. So go ahead and subscribe and hit that bell. Enough about me. So let's see. Moving into the classified ad review without further ado. I need to get one of these cowbells that I can just shake because, yeah. Moving on. So what do we have here? We've got a Desert Dynamics. And before we jump into that, something I want, this is just opinion of mine, right? This car is a pretty basic long travel machine, very affordable. And I really like this style of car. And that's part of the reason why, you know, on these classified ads, I particularly choose cars that I like. Pardon me. Things that I'm educated about. I don't want to be running my mouth about something I have no idea, right? So when I saw this, when I was reading the review, it reminded me of like back in the day, like in the 1990s, Don and Kathy of Sandcars Unlimited, they had this model that they would release, and this was like the family truckster. This was a 4-seat, VW powered, typically always IRS, whether it had a Type 1 IRS or it had a bus box in it, probably a 3-rib typically. But this was your family cruiser. This was the go-to for everybody to go out to the dunes and take your family with you, right? It wasn't the race car. It was just a lot of fun, and it was a bargain in a sense. So when I look at this Desert Dynamics Buggyworks car, that's what it reminds me of. If you're getting a fantastic machine at a really good price, that's a lot of fun for the whole family. But that's not to say this isn't a fast, fun machine. So how about this? How about we take a closer look? Chris Johnson brought you this 2005 Buggyworks Desert Dynamics 5-seater dual sport. So one of the things about this particular brand of car is they build in some desert capabilities to it. So these guys are off-road racers, the Buggyworks Desert Dynamics crew. So this basically is what this is coming down to is, if I don't say basically again, you can run this car out of Ocotillo Wells if you wanted to, Johnson Valley. You know, we just had our, what was that, King of the Hammers. This would be a great car to take out to King of the Hammers and run your friends around and run your family in. And equally as well, it's a lot of fun in the sand dunes. So let's see what he's got. Southwest Performance 3.0 V6 Honda. Southwest Performance is a shop out of Phoenix, where I'm located. I've not done any business with Southwest Performance, but I've heard some pretty good reviews about them. We've got a Rancho Performance 091 bus box, Kong. Kong must be what it is. I'll have to call Sam and ask him exactly what Kong stands for, because it's going to be the internals, right? It's going to be everything that's in it. So this 290 horsepower, 3.0 liter V6 Honda mated to Sam's Rancho Performance 091 transmission is a great combination. You should have no qualms and no issues. You break this car down, pull the transmission out every couple of years, every couple of seasons, depending on usage. Send it back over to Sam, have him go through it, and then ship it back out, and you're going to be good to go. See, 4-wheel disc brakes, which is great for safety. Again, this is a pretty big car with it being a dual sport. It's got steering brakes in it, runs great, probably the most reliable car you can get. I agree 100% with that statement right there. This package is going to be, what is it? Oh, and then here it is. Moves really good for having a Honda V6 and runs on 91 pump gas. So what that means is with that 3.0 Honda in there and 91 pump gas, you're going to be able to run this thing all weekend or all week, and you're barely going to put any fuel in it because it gets such good fuel economy. So, you know, I'm not a fan of running race gas unless you're running the sand drags or maybe you're running Oldsmobile Hill or one of the other hills, and you're racing your buddies. And then I've even got a buddy that has a gas tank that's dual. He's got race gas, like a small, like 2 or 3 gallon on one side, but it's all one tank, and then 91 on the other side. So when he wants to race, he just flips a switch, which is a pretty good idea. I'm not into race gas for dune cars. It's just, yeah. Anyhow, moving on. So where was I? Reliable car. So while all your buddies are breaking down and they've all got 1,000 horsepower and they're going through all their stuff, and you're pulling up in the dunes because they broke something, and you're like, dude, I'm just going to kick back and pull out a chair and hang out and watch you guys repair all that stuff, and I'm going to get back in mine, and you're off, right? This is a great car. What else does he say? Comes with desert tires, which I see here, and paddle tires. Message me if you have any questions. No trades, so don't offer Chris a trade. He wants $20,000 for this car. It's a bargain. Because you don't have to build it. I mean, I'm all about building cars. I like to build cars because I like to turn every single nut and bolt that's on there. So when something does tend to come apart, then you know exactly how to fix it, right? But if you're not a wrench and you don't want to build a car, just saying. All right, let's get out of here and let's go through the pictures and let's see what we see. So right away, you've got your A-arm front end. You've got a single shock. This is going to have remote reservoirs on it, not piggyback, the remote reservoir. Sorry, I got hung up there. What did he say? The front wheel disc brakes. And moving into here, does not include truck and trailer. Not for $20,000. He'd probably sell you all that stuff, but some real nice beard seats. Looks like some HID lights. I mean, this car is almost like period correct. It was probably built in like the early 2000s and never changed. Once again, we've got a single coilover in the back with a remote reservoir. Oh, here we go. Right off the bat, first thing that just caught my eye was this. Tow hooks. Oh my gosh. Not tow hooks to tow the car, but to strap it to the trailer. You know how many cars get built and they forget to put hooks on it somewhere so you can strap the damn thing down? So that's pretty awesome. Oh yeah, it's logoed up here. It's got the laser engraved Buggyworks on there, so you know this isn't a knockoff car. Nice console with the gauges. I can't see the pedals very well. Beautiful steering wheel. Got to have beard seats in it. You got your multi-panel rear view mirror, which reminds me of like the 1990s when we were all driving our Volkswagens that were slammed on the ground. We had to have a wink mirror for it. And this is pretty cool. Got the baby seat in the middle between the two buckets. So four and a quarter, Chris. Let's see, what else do we have here? A dome light. Oh my gosh, imagine that. So you can see at night when you're putting your belts on and you're putting your goggles on and the whole nine. That's another one that people tend to forget is some interior lighting. Here's that Honda, some braided lines for the radiator. Super nice. Oh, it's got limiting straps on the rear shocks. I didn't see on the front yet. Chrome fire extinguisher, ready to rock and roll. Here's your remotely mounted reservoirs, color matched axles. Looks like some paint work on this Honda with a polished intake. So probably, Chris didn't mention it in the ad, maybe he'll chime in. Probably just a stock Honda 3.0 V6 with some bolt-on goodies. And then also I notice here, we've got the wing trunk, which is really nice for your jackets and your gloves and your tools and all of that other stuff. Ask the guy that doesn't have that built into his car and see what he thinks of it. He's going to wish he did. So he's got the intake pointed towards the front with a nice K&N air filter on it. Looks like we've got a round fuel tank. Yeah, this is pretty standard fare stuff right here. And let's see. Dual fans, electric fans on the radiator. Again, you know, just polished intake. It looks like it's gussied up, right? We've gussied it up. We made it look pretty, but it runs damn good. Terra tires for the desert. Here again, wing mirror, all full top, keep you in the shade. Grab bar, GPS mount. Oh, and here's our rear shot. Chrome. I don't know if those are chrome trailing arms or if those are powder coated. Tail lights set down in between here. But otherwise, I think all in all, this is a beautiful machine. It does not look like it's been beat on. Honda V6 091, put your whole family in there and go have a great time. I mean, you're going to hit whoop-de-doo 60, 70 miles an hour. You want to take your kids to Disneyland and put them on roller coasters? Heck no, man. I'm going to put my kids in these seats and I'm going to show them what it's really all about, right? So in my opinion, Chris is offering a fantastic machine. If this is something you're interested in purchasing, reach out to Chris Johnson on our Sandcar Buy Sell Crew Facebook page. Let him know you want to see it and see if you can meet up out in the desert and bring a bag of cash and take this baby home. It is a beautiful machine. So without further ado, I'm going to let this one go and tell you, thank you for watching. See you in the dunes.